Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking back to basics and how to start a skincare routine in 2021. I've had loads of people reach out to me asking how they go about creating their own skincare routine. It's something that a lot of people are looking to in 2021. 2020 been a difficult year for a whole host of reasons. In 2021, I think a lot of people are looking to renew, start something fresh, have a positive New Year's resolution. And skincare is a great way of promoting self-care at the same time as feeling more confident and just getting your vibes back. So I'm all in favour of people starting a skincare routine in 2021. And I always say it is never too late to start. Doesn't matter what your skincare concerns is, doesn't matter what your age is, it is never too late to start a good skincare routine. And they don't need to cost the earth. So I'm going to be going through some steps, hints and tips with how you want to piece together your own routine. And then at the end, I'm going to be sharing with you a real basic skincare routine that I think everybody can buy, afford, and be able to get some great results out of. So let's get straight into it. And I've got a 3-point plan for forming your own skincare routine. I do always say sit down and actually spend half an hour doing this research. I know it seems like half an hour, it's a lot of time to spend, but do you know what? You're going to be spending money on these products, so it's right that you get it right first time. You don't want to be wasting your money on products that don't meet your standards or aren't going to do the best for your skin. So step 1 is to actually list in order what your purchasing motivations are. This seems super basic, but I think as humans, we're engineered to want it all. I hate to break it to you, you cannot have it all. And you need to list in what order you're going to prioritize your purchasing decisions. That way you can work out whether each product that you look at or are intrigued by meets your own standards. So, as an example for me, my number one priority is 2021 is that a product is cruelty-free. That means it doesn't test on animals. Often cruelty-free products might come with a slightly higher price tag. So if your number one concern is budget, you don't have a significant amount of money to spend on skincare and you want to keep it cheap and affordable, you're going to need to prioritize budget over cruelty-free. It doesn't mean that you can't get both of those things. However, you're going to have to form a list of what priority you're going to purchase. It'll help just clear your mind and make it so much easier to invest in any of these products. Some of the things you want to think about is cruelty-free, which is a big thing for me, but might not be of equal significance to you. The price point of a product, whether something's fragrance-free. So I talk a lot on this channel about fragrance. I'm actually totally fine with fragrance in my skincare. I enjoy it. It adds a sensorial experience. I think if you're treating skincare as self-care, having some fragrance in there is a really nice option. But if you've, watched some other influencers and YouTubers here on YouTube and you think, actually, I don't want fragrance in my skincare, then prioritize that and make sure you're choosing products which are fragrance-free. Beyond that, you've got environmental concerns. Maybe you want a product that has a real, a brand that has a real strong environmental commitment if you're looking at reducing things like plastic packaging and overall waste. But whatever your motivations are, list them in order because you are going to have to compromise. I don't think there's many products or brands out there that tick every single box that you're going to want from a product. So there's going to be an element of compromise, and as humans we have to learn to compromise. So I think this will help. List your purchasing priorities and that'll help you purchase the product. Tip number 2 is work out how much time you actually have. And don't think about those days, the weekends where maybe we've got double the amount of time we have during the week. Think in a standard day when you may be rushing to work, you're dropping the kids off at school, maybe you've got to get to college yourself. Whatever your priorities are, how much time on a morning do you actually have to do a skincare routine? I would say allow 60 seconds per step. Cleansing should take 60 seconds. Applying a moisturizer and working it well into the skin should take 60 seconds. I always like to leave 60 seconds between each of my serum steps. So if you work on a 60-second rule, a 10-step skincare routine will take you about 10 minutes to complete, maybe a little longer. A 3-step skincare routine can be done in under 5 minutes. So work out what time you have on your most pressed day. So there's no point, like I say, looking at the weekend where you've got loads of time, because this is something you're going to be wanting to do every single day. So work out how much time you have on your most hurried day, and then work out how many steps in your routine you can actually afford to have when time is a consideration. My tip number 3 is know your skin concerns. This is really different to knowing your skin type. We get totally het up on skin type. Am I sensitive? Am I dry? Am I oily? It can be really difficult to work out what your skin type is. I'd say just forget about it. It's good to know, and you should have a guide as to what your skin type is, but it changes from month to month. Hormonally, your hormone levels change during the month. That can impact your skin type. The seasons change, the weather alters. All these things can actually mess with your skin type. And so by fixating on skin type, I think we miss some of the opportunities to incorporate other things in our skincare routine. Instead, I want you to focus on your skin concerns. What are the things that matter to you? Forget what other people think, because, you know, at the moment there's a huge trend in hyperpigmentation. So hyperpigmentation is the #1 most Googled topic when it comes to skincare. But just because that's the case, it doesn't mean that you have to be most concerned with that too. What irritates you? At the moment, I'm a little bit run down, got a little throat thing going on, and so I've broken out on the top of my forehead. I always do if I get a little bit run down, I end up breaking out on my forehead. So that's my current #1 skin concern. Of course, there's other things, but know what you want. So is it fine lines and wrinkles you want to tackle? Is it acne, breakouts, and clogged pores? Are you self-conscious about some inflammation and puffiness around the jawline? Does your under eye discoloration bother you? List the things that you really want to tackle, because then you can incorporate a step in your skincare routine that tackles each and every one of those steps. Fortunately, I've been going for a year, so I have a video on almost all of them, and I'll leave some examples below for things like fine lines and wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, discoloration under the eye, so you can look at some of the products that will really help you with that. But let's stop fixating on skin type and accept that changes, and actually fixate on what you want to get from your skincare routine. What is the main issue you want to tackle, and then tailor your routine to that. So guys, now I think once you've kind of got that, some other like mini tips that I would recommend before we then come on to what you absolutely need to have in your routine. So top tip #1 is, if you want to keep it super simple, say you do nothing with your skin, maybe you just kind of get it wet in the shower and that is it, then actually just incorporating an SPF moisturizer and a cleanser into your routine will make such a difference. You don't need a Korean 18-step skincare routine. You could get real benefit from an SPF and a cleanser. I'd say the two things that you have to have in your routine, non-negotiable, are a good SPF 30 or more and a cleanser. Spend what you want and focus on your priorities for these two products, and then you can add things in as you go along. But there's no point investing in other products until you actually get those two steps right. Secondly, I'd say stick within the same brand. I know this is going to come as I'm a total hypocrite, because I enjoy products from all different brands. When you're starting out, it's so much easier to just stick within one brand. Find out a brand that matches your purchasing decisions. You know, that cruelty-free, affordable, you know, holy grail brand that we all crave. And then stick with that. By doing this, it's going to ensure that that brand and all the products that sit within it are going to meet your ethical purchasing decisions, whatever they happen to be. And that way, it just makes it a little bit easier than working out whether each brand actually meets your strict criteria. So I say stick with one brand, because it's also going to mean that most, and this isn't always the case, but more often than not, their products within their range are compatible with each other. So you have to worry less about contraindications and one product doubling up on another product and it not working right. Generally speaking, if you shop within one brand, it is easier to piece together that skincare routine. Now, of course, as you become more established and you want to experiment, mix things up, try some cult favorites that people are mentioning online, absolutely, you can mix it up. I think I have just about every single skincare brand in my routine at one point. That's absolutely fine. But when you're starting out, keep it simple. It also means if you don't like any of their products, you can send them back. You're just shipping back to one company, make sure they've got a good returns policy, and it just makes your life so much simpler. Now, let's go back to some brands that I would recommend and I think you should look to for your first skincare routine. And then I'll talk about some of the products within these brands that I think you should look for. #1 is Face Theory. This brand is everything for me. I did a whole review on them, which I'll leave a link to up there, but this brand offers everything you want. Cruelty-free, a reasonable price point for what, they're not the cheapest, but for what you're getting, it's a reasonable price point. They have multi-active formulation, so it cuts down on the number of steps in your routine, and they are so well formulated. They also have a great money-back return guarantee, so if you don't like the products, send them back, get your money back, which is absolutely amazing, and their customer service is second to none. Similarly, The Ordinary are a fantastic brand for starters. This is for people who prioritize price over everything. They're super affordable, you don't need to break the bank, and I just think it's a really great cult, affordable yet luxury great brand to have as your first skincare brand. They're also cruelty free, which is fantastic, and the formulations are great, so it ticks a whole lot of boxes. If you are looking for a vegan alternative, you're living a plant-based lifestyle and you want all of your products to be vegan, you will have to check within each of these brands, because neither of them are exclusively vegan, though they do offer some amazing vegan alternatives. Similarly, The Ordinary is all fragrance free, and Face Theory offers fragranced and unfragranced options of all their products. So if fragrance is an issue for you, you can choose from both of these brands, knowing you won't be packing your skincare routine with fragrance. Here in the UK, a go-to for me is the Inky List, which is another fantastic brand, British brand, cruelty-free, great price point. These three, I would say, are the go-to for me and were the ones that I would recommend. You can mix it up, but I think if you go to some other brands, you're going to be paying a little bit more, and it gets a little bit more complex. These two, holy grails, and then you can evolve from there. If I was to piece together just one single skincare routine, a basic early, this is what you need in your life, I would reach for The Ordinary, and my recommendation would be the Square Lane Cleanser. This is everything. Gets off all your dirt, your debris, your SPF. There's no need to double cleanse. It works as a single cleanser, so it takes away all the faff, and it is a beautiful, beautiful product. Then add a serum. I would recommend the Buffet by The Ordinary, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous multi-action peptide, which will hydrate the skin. If you have dry skin, this has got you covered. It'll even out the skin tone if you've got any discoloration and hyperpigmentation, and it'll add some anti-aging benefit to your routine. One serum, 3 benefits. Gorgeous. Then top with your favourite SPF. You could use one from The Ordinary, though their SPF's not the best in the world, but it's a really good option if you do just want to start with an SPF. For Face Theory, I would get their Cleanser Pro. I love their Pro Cleanser. It is so, so good. Like, so, so good. I would then get their Amyl C Whip, and you can get it with an SPF built in if you like. Both, that's 2 steps, and you're getting a vitamin C, a niacinamide, and it's just a super easy and affordable skincare routine. If you go to the Inculist, they have the best SPF of all of the 3 brands, which I absolutely love and is totally amazing and won't dry you out and make you look too ashy because it has got a light tint to it. Their Oat Cleansing Balm is my holy grail to start your routine with. I love that product. And then I just put their Q10 serum, which is an antioxidant. It's anti-aging, it's hydrating at the same time. Beautiful. There you are, 3 steps. Let's not overcomplicate it. You can add exfoliators and things as you go along, but that is what I would start with and then add from there. Hopefully you'll keep following this channel in 2021 because I'll be giving you the best hints and tips out there to perfect your skincare routine and add any products from that point. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're going to have a great start to 2021 and sending lots and lots of love. Take care. Bye.